Okay, for chapter 3, there's not too much going on here. It's just getting into the very first steps of coding. So actually being able to type out, being able to print stuff. So system.println, these are just two commands like we talked about before. They're just a way to print things out. It's a little bit annoying because you do have to type out a lot just to make something print. But it is just the way Java is. So if we go into here, the difference between these two is this is going to cause a line break. So it's whatever you type, and then at the end it's going to hop down to the next line. Whereas this one will print in the same line. So if you know, it's not going to skip down to the next line for the next set of code to run. And let's see what that looks like in here. The IDE, we'll talk about the IDE a lot. Our IDE, Integrated Development Environment, it's basically just where you do the actual coding. Yeah, and so IDE. Ours is going to be NetBeans, but there's a lot of different IDEs out there. NetBeans is just what works for us. Whenever you are, important thing here, as you start to get into these exercises, you need to run the code first. Don't just immediately test. You want to like run, make sure that your code's working, make sure that's compiling before you try to submit. Okay, so this is a really important idea. Run the code, observe the results, see what needs to be changed. The worst thing that you can do is just kind of blindly just submit, make 3 changes, submit, some of the regular. Like, you need to actually be thoughtful about your work, and that's the only way that you really get better. Okay, so I'm going to leave you to the exercises. Remember that the exercises, so maybe just talk a little bit about the first exercise. This is just really simple. It's just having you type your name, but it's always going to look the same way. So always exercises are going to be in the material, and then you need to follow the instructions through here. So this one's really simple. Create a program that prints your name. Great. Obviously, not really much specifics on that one. We need to. So when we get the instructions through here, we'll pop over to our NetBeans. And when we're in NetBeans, yeah, so we'll look through this first one. Again, so you can see this is a. Oh, wasn't working there right away. Maybe still loading. So let's see, we need to open up our, yeah, we're in this first one, 01, we'll go into the name, open it up, and then in here. So we have all this, so you'll notice, like we talked about, the name of this file, you can see is name.java, so name.java, so the public class should also be named. These two should match. If I change this, it's going to give me some sort of error. Yeah, it's going to be something like the warning error, public class name should be declared in the file. So there's a whole bunch of, one of my previous students called this alien language. We'll get a better understanding of what this is really saying, but it's basically saying class is public, why? It's just basically saying these two things don't match up. Also, you can see in here, public static main void. Public static void main is in every single one that we do. So if we open up like the next line, up the next greeter, always going to be there. Choose any of these. It's always going to be there. Public static void main. Okay, so just kind of got to get used to typing that in. Public static main void. We'll know public static void main. We'll explain a little bit more about what that all means, but it'll take a little while to unpack every piece. So in here, it's just asking us to type our name, so we can do system print. And the good thing about NetBeans as opposed to CMU is that it has a lot of auto fill features for you. So I hit system and hit dot. It's going to open up a whole bunch of stuff. Good and bad, because we don't want all the stuff, we only want the out one. But then if I hit this, it's going to show me all the different things that I could do. And here, again, this probably is overwhelming to begin with if you look through all this stuff, but we only really want the print line one. And I'm just going to say modem. So now if I run, compiled successful. We don't have to worry about too much about this stuff. Compiled successful, showed my name. And I can hit so it ran, did what it's supposed to be doing. I can hit the little eyeball thing to have the program check my work and then submit my work. Boom, all done. Wait, all test pass, submit to server, hit yes, and then this is going to upload to our classroom, and I can keep track of who's getting what assignments completed. Okay, so I hope this first set of videos has been helpful. Good luck.